Welcome back to Maths Folio. Today we're going to look at interpolation and extrapolation. So we've gone to quite considerable effort to generate a line of best fits through a bunch of data and get an equation. Okay, the idea of extrapolation is we're going to use the equation to make some other estimates, i.e. what would have happened if we were down this high up? We use the equation as a bit of an average guess. So, as an example, right, so there's the page number for this, 539 from the textbook, just got it down the bottom there. So, using previous methods, I have got a scatter plot. It shows a moderate or strong link between the seagull's age and the mercury level. It has one outlier, which is probably affecting these numbers a little bit. Right, this is not, the closer this is to 1, the better. Okay, so now extrapolation and interpolation is what is going to happen with these numbers. For instance, what would happen what would be a good guess, what would I expect for a female seagull aged 12 years? Well, if this line kept going through to 12, we would say it would be somewhere between 6 and 7. However, we can use substitution in mathematics. So, use the equation to predict the mercury levels for seagulls out of this range. This is called extrapolation because it's outside the range of the given values, which go from 0.6 to about 11. Right, so 12 is outside. That's what's called this extrapolation. Now, to make this work, we put the 12 inside the equation where the x is. Okay, so the level is 0.49 times by 12 plus 0.69, or around about 6.5 micrograms. This is our approximation made using the equation. It's called an extrapolation because it lies outside the data set. Obviously, be no point for me to type the number 20 in here because seagulls don't live to the age 20. Okay, so you have to have some common sense when using this. Okay, so that's extrapolation. Reminder where it is in the book. It's 539. That picture there helps you understand why we use certain rules, but it's as simple as substitution. So, like pause. Now, how would we like you to use this? In your project, you might just use this as an example for like bull seagulls. What would happen if a seagull was 15 years, etc. As a way to finish off this linking section. So, interpolation, another math skill. It's as simple as, hey, I'm missing one of the numbers in here. What would happen if it was exactly 5? Now, I don't know where 5 is on my line, but I'm going to use a 5 inside the equation. So, consider a seagull aged exactly 5 years old. We use interpolation to estimate its level of mercury. Okay. If y equals 0.49 x plus 0.69, substitute x equals 5. Mercury level equals 0.49 times 5 plus 0.69 Okay, and we'll just go and work that out. On the calculator. .49 times 5 plus 0.69 equals 3.14. Equals 3.14 mu grams. Insert symbol. Okay, so there's the mathematics spelled out. So you would probably underneath that write a sentence using the line of best fit. It is estimated that a bird of 5 years old may have approximately, I've used estimated and approximately in the same sentence. Micrograms. All right, so there's an example of extrapolation, interpolation. You might do that for one of the equations that you've generated. You should have generated 3, right? That's just to fill up. You might have some more interesting numbers. I've used 12 and I've used 5. Okay, we can see where I substituted the 5 in. Right, I like to use a math sentence and then an English sentence afterwards, talking in plain language. Okay, I did this to look at working out what the 0 age was. That, of course, was extrapolation because it's outside the range. Looking at the 0, this would indicate some baby seagulls already have some mercury. Is this realistic? I'll leave that for you to make a comment. Right, so this picture, these ideas are on page 539 on the textbook. Hopefully today you've looked at, able to generate scatter plots, categorize them with their correlation, find the equation. Some people may want to go into the R squared value that's in the textbook. I don't expect us to look at that. And then to finish off, you could use one of those equations to look at these 2 new skills. In essence, you've found a system or a graph, and then you've used the graph to find some extra information. You didn't have information about a 12-year-old female seagull. But now we can guess a 12-year-old seagull, female seagull, might have about 6.5 grams. Okay, signing off.